Have you ever picked up a sugar-free yogurt or juice box for your child and thought, yes, this must be healthier, and then wondered what's actually in it? What if that healthier choice isn't as simple as it looks on the label? In this video, we're unpacking the truth behind sugar alternatives for kids. By the end, you'll know which sweeteners to avoid, which ones are okay in moderation, and how to keep your child's sweet tooth in a healthy place without feeling like the sugar police. Welcome to Healthy Child Habits, where we turn confusing kids' health advice into simple, realistic routines for your family. Before we dive in, do consider subscribing to this channel if you like this type of content. If you're a parent juggling picky eating, snack requests, and labels that read like chemistry homework, this is for you. Today we'll cover what sugar alternatives actually are, the pros and cons of the most common ones, what pediatric experts recommend, and simple rules you can start using at home this week. Let's start with the basics. When you see sugar-free, no added sugar, or zero sugar, it usually means one thing: something else has been added to make the food taste sweet. Most sugar alternatives fall into four groups. First, artificial sweeteners. These are lab-made sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, and acesulfame potassium, also called ACE-K. They are incredibly sweet, have almost no calories, and are often found in diet sodas, sugar-free puddings, reduced-calorie yogurts, and light drinks. Second, natural low or zero-calorie sweeteners. These include stevia and monk fruit. They come from plants and are used in naturally sweetened drinks, flavored waters, and protein or snack bars. Third, sugar alcohols. Names like xylitol, erythritol, sorbitol, and maltitol. They are not sugar and not alcohol in the everyday sense, but a type of carbohydrate that tastes sweet with fewer calories than sugar. These show up in sugar-free candies, gums, no sugar-added chocolate, and some keto products. Fourth, natural sugars. Honey, maple syrup, coconut sugar, and agave. These are often seen as more wholesome, but your child's body still mostly treats them as sugar. Knowing the types is the first step. Now let's talk about how they actually affect kids. Artificial sweeteners first. Pros: they have almost no calories and do not raise blood sugar the way regular sugar does. That sounds great at first glance, especially if you are worried about weight or cavities. Cons: for children, especially younger ones, there are important cautions. Pediatric experts recommend avoiding artificial sweeteners in children under 2. For older kids, they suggest limiting how often they are used. We do not have strong long-term data on what regular use does to a developing body and brain. There are questions about their effects on gut bacteria, appetite, and how children learn to respond to sweet tastes. These sweeteners are hundreds of times sweeter than sugar. They can keep a child's taste buds trained to expect intense sweetness. Next, sugar alcohols like xylitol and erythritol. Pros: they contain fewer calories than sugar and have less impact on blood sugar. Xylitol is sometimes used in gum to help protect teeth from cavities. Cons: many children's digestive systems do not love them. In larger amounts, sugar alcohols can cause gas, bloating, and diarrhea. In a small child with a small body, larger amounts do not have to be that large. If your child suddenly has tummy troubles after eating sugar-free candy, this might be why. Now, stevia and monk fruit. Pros: they are plant-based, very low or zero calorie, and they do not spike blood sugar like regular sugar. So far, they seem to be a safer choice than many artificial sweeteners. Cons: they are still extremely sweet. They keep the expectation of very sweet flavors alive. Research in kids is still limited, and we do not know the effects of daily, long-term use in young children. They are best seen as better than many alternatives, but not something to include in everything. Finally, natural sugars like honey and maple syrup. Pros: they are familiar ingredients and can contain tiny amounts of vitamins, minerals, or antioxidants that white sugar does not. For older kids, a small amount can be part of balanced eating. Cons: your child's body mostly treats them as sugar. Too much can still affect mood, energy, long-term health, and teeth. And honey must never be given to babies under 1-year-old because of the risk of infant botulism. So what do pediatric organizations generally recommend? For babies under 1 year, no added sugar at all. No artificial sweeteners. No honey because of safety risks. Focus on breast milk or formula, then whole foods like fruits, vegetables, grains, and proteins. For children 1 to 2 years, avoid artificial sweeteners. Keep added sugars as low as possible. Let most sweetness come from whole fruits. For children over 2, limit added sugars, aiming for no more than about 6 teaspoons per day from all sources. Do not offer diet or sugar-free drinks as everyday beverages. If sugar alternatives appear, they should be occasional, not daily. A simple rule of thumb is this: sugar alternatives are tools for occasional use, not something to rely on every day. Now, how do you spot these sweeteners in the real world? Turn the package around and read the ingredients list. Look for words like aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, acesulfame potassium, or ACE-K for artificial sweeteners. Look for stevia, stevia extract, rebodiacide or monk fruit for natural low-calorie sweeteners. Spot sugar alcohols by names ending in "ol", like xylitol, sorbitol, erythritol, maltitol. Then, check the nutrition facts. Do not just be impressed by grams sugar. Look at added sugars, and check the serving size. Kids often eat double or triple the serving without thinking about it. If a snack has a long list of sweeteners, especially ones you cannot easily say, that is a red flag for an everyday food. Now, let's make this practical with some easy swaps and habits. Instead of sugar-free yogurt with artificial sweeteners, try plain yogurt with chopped fruit and, for kids over 1, a small drizzle of honey. Over time, gradually reduce how much honey you add. Instead of diet soda or zero-sugar drinks, offer water flavored with slices of orange, lemon, berries, or cucumber. For older kids, sparkling water with a small splash of 100% juice can feel special without being overly sweet. Instead of no sugar added candies packed with sugar alcohols, offer frozen fruit pieces, apple slices with peanut butter, or homemade banana ice cream made from blended frozen bananas. Instead of relying on sugar-free snack bars every day, make simple oat bites with oats, mashed banana, and a few dark chocolate chips. Remember, the goal is not to create a perfectly sugar-free life. The goal is to gently lower the overall sweetness in your child's daily diet, so that real foods taste good and treats stay treats. If you remember just 3 things, let them be these. First, under 2 years old, avoid artificial sweeteners and keep added sugar almost zero. Second, for older kids, see sugar alternatives as an occasional tool, not a daily habit. Third, focus on water, plain milk, whole fruits, and minimally processed foods more than any sugar-free claim. If this helped you feel more confident about sugar alternatives, tap like, subscribe to Healthy Child Habits, and share this with another parent who is confused by sugar-free labels. Comment below and tell me, what's one product in your pantry you're going to check the label on after this video?